I'm Mo Rocca, and I'm excited to announce Season 4 of my podcast, Mobituaries. I've got a whole new bunch of stories to share with you about the most fascinating people and things who are no longer with us. From famous figures who died on the very same day, to the things I wish would die, like buffets. All that and much more. Listen to Mobituaries with Mo Rocca wherever you get your podcasts.
So many crushes and so little time. Hi, this is Anita Joyce here with Kelly Wilkness, and this is Decorating Tips and Tricks, episode 464, Decor Deals and More, our special crush edition. Woo! We get so much feedback about how everyone loves the crushes on our episode. So we thought, why not do a whole episode on some of our favorite crushes for your home?
We're going to have some fabulous crushes for you. And my new crush, which will be the crush at the end of the episode today, which we always do, is so great. You are definitely going to want to stay tuned till then. It is an amazing opportunity for you. So think about that as we run through all these other wonderful things for your home and maybe a little bit more. You want to kick us off, Anita?
That's right. Well, this isn't something that's super exciting or beautiful to put in your home, but it's something you'll want.
Well, that's the one you should kick off with,
I think. That's what I have at the top of my list.
This one's kind of boring.
No, but it is a very practical thing to have in your toolbox. And honestly, I kind of like this one. I like it because it's actually has a fun activity that goes along with it. It is the Henkel Loctite All-Purpose Epoxy Repair Putty Stick. How about that? That's kind of a long title.
Well, I'm impressed that you could say that.
So it's a two-part adhesive. It's got two parts to it. So basically, if you have a nick or a chip in your countertop, if you have a solid surface, not for mica, but if you have granite or soapstone or quartz, you can use this to repair a chip in your countertop because it is going to dry literally hard as a rock.
Wow. That is really
And
good.
it's going to adhere to things like it adheres to brick, masonry, metal, glass, ceramic, rubber, china stone, and marble. So it will stick to marble. Now, I will give you this caveat.
Wow.
So what happens is it's two parts, and you start kneading them together like Play-Doh. You just play with them like Play-Doh. And as you knead them together, the action takes place where it starts to harden. So it's soft like Play-Doh when you start, but then it starts to harden like a rock. So as it starts to get pretty hard, that's when you want to stick it in that chip in your countertop, and then you're going to use like a putty knife or something just to scrape it off so it's flat with the surface or flat with the side or both if it's on the corner, and then you're going to let it harden. So now I had black granite in my old house. So what I did was just once it hardened all the way because it looked blue, I just took a black magic marker and filled it in. And honestly, you had to get a magnifying glass out to tell it was there. It blended in that well. But now I will give you a caveat. It's going to have to be painted. It's not going to be the color of your countertop. So if you have marble, it has a translucent quality to it. So I'm just going to say that's going to be hard to replicate. So that's going to, maybe be a little more obvious. So you might kind of pretend like you're a master painter and get out some white paint and some cream and maybe some black and just kind of play around with it and just kind of get as close as you can. I mean, and just match it as best you can. I mean, anything's probably going to be better than a hole in your countertop. So anyway, this is something I stand by. I've used it several times. It's really great. It doesn't shrink. It's not going to dissolve with a solvent on it. And you can sand it and drill through it and paint it.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, that's a great, like you're saying, it's a great thing to have in your toolbox. It's a really great home product just to have on hand when and if you ever need it. Something that I've crushed on is embossed wallpaper. I love it. So it's a relief wallpaper. So it has a pattern to it, and it's in relief. So it's set away from the back of the paper, and it almost has like This is like, I want to say like almost like a foamy quality to it, but it's, it's not thick. It's so lovely. The one that I have used is from Graham and Brown, and I checked on their website and prep for the episode, and they didn't have the exact one that I had. So I looked around a little bit. There'll be a link in the show notes so you can just get an idea of what this embossed wallpaper is. Now, I used it in my girls' bathroom. You can paint it. I decided not to paint it because I wanted it to be white anyway, so it seemed a little redundant and to spend the time and effort to paint it. But it is so beautiful. And mine has almost a sense of small ceiling tiles. It looks like a ceiling tile, but they're probably 4 or 6 inch squares. It's giving a sense of texture, some interest to a room without the sometimes loud colors of a patterned wallpaper. So almost like, in a sense, along the same lines of a grass cloth or something like that. You're achieving texture. You're really changing the feel of the room, but you're not going to have to deal with a lot of color or a lot of pattern.
Well, the beauty of it is, if you don't like the color, I mean, you can always paint over it and completely change the look. You'll still have that wonderful texture, but you'll get a brand new look with a different paint color.
Exactly.
So I love that idea. So my next crush is a silk pillowcase. So not only is it pretty on your bed, but your hair will look just as good when you wake up as when you went to bed. And, I thought this was a silly thing. My mother-in-law just swore by her satin pillowcase, and the silk is about the same. Until I got one, and then I realized it really is great for your hair.
Well, that is a good secret to have in your toolbox as well. That's a good one. People who have been reading my blog or are following me along may have seen this studded drum shade that I got maybe, I don't know, could be like a year ago or so from Walmart. And at that time, it was only like $14. So don't quote me on the price. Now it's about $24.99, but it can change. But it's well below what a lampshade of this quality would cost.
It's a great buy.
So it's a great buy. So it's a sort of very light ecru ivory linen shade, and I'm using linen sort of air quotes. I don't think it's real linen, but it has some of the texture in it, and it's studded with these nail heads around the top and around the bottom. So when I was getting ready for this episode, I definitely wanted to highlight this crush. It's still available, and I have another one coming to my house
really?
right now.
So
because
what happened there?
Guess what? Well, I wanted to add 2 new lamps because I switched my bedroom around, and now the bed is against the window. We can talk we've talked about that in the past, but today we're not going to get too deep on that. But I just was getting cabin fever or something, just needed to redecorate something. So I switched that whole room around. So now Peter and I can actually have proper nightstands on either side. So then I needed lamps. It's give the decorator, a new room layout, and then she needs new lamps, and she needs new lamp shades.
Peter's going to get a nightstand now?
Yes, he doesn't have a little shelf.
Wow, he's coming up in the world.
Yes, he really is. I had these lamps that I had purchased at a thrift store a long time ago, and I had spray painted them. I thought, these are great. They're gourd style lamps.
I love those.
They're like what I would purchase, right? So I pulled them out of the attic, but they had no shades. And so when I'm getting ready today, and I thought, I definitely want to include the drum shade, and I took one look. It didn't dawn on me. I've been walking past it. It's in my entry. Didn't dawn on me that this could work upstairs. But now I'm looking at it on the computer. I'm like, whoa, this could be perfect, because I needed a nice sized drum shade. So it's 14 by 14. And as I said, as of today, it's just under $25. And I did not buy the last one. So if you're interested, check out
Sometimes
the
we
link
do.
in the show notes.
So I'm glad you saved
I was
gonna
buy
people.
Well, it's true. I was going to buy 2 because I thought, I need 2. But then I thought, I don't really want 3 of the same one. So I take the one from downstairs, put it upstairs, wait for the new one, and then I'll get a new one for the entryway. So stay tuned on that one.
That's one of our secrets, too. If we really like something, we get it first, and then we mention it on the podcast, because sometimes these things sell out, and then it's too late.
Well, I think it is our civic duty and responsibility to actually test all these products
yes,
out.
that's what it is.
So we have to purchase it first.
Okay, so that's the reason for that. Here's another really practical thing to have in your toolbox that you're going to love. It's the Howard's Outdoor Furniture Wax and UV Protection. This is something that I use on my front door, and it is going to, if you have an old dry door, it's going to really soak this up. But I like the Howard's Wax products. This SunShield is so good because it does protect the wood, and you can use it on other furniture as well. Unfinished dry furniture, benches, chests, desks, you can use it on all of that, but it has orange oil in it and beeswax, and it smells wonderful too, but it really does just freshen up my wood doors so beautifully. So if you have a stained door, I think you're going to really want to use this product on it.
Oh, yeah. I bet that really does make a big difference. Is that the one you used out at the farm when you were having company and you just put something
I think
on
I
your door?
did because the paint, it just was, actually I put it on a painted door because it was so faded, and I put that on it and suddenly the paint color just came to life.
Wow. Good. It's great to have these products that you can really rely on. Good to know. Okay, so while I was on the Walmart site, this is new. A floor cushion in black and white buffalo check, which, if you know me, you know I love, with this cool leather strap. And I really was looking for it's not really a dog bed, but I was looking for a dog pillow for the kitchen because my doggies love to hang out in there when I'm in there, and I'm in there often. They just needed a refresh. And so I purchased this. It's absolutely darling. It's 24 by 24, and it is, I think, about 5 inches thick. So I'm really looking forward to that coming. So that one I haven't seen yet, but is on the way with the lampshade.
Wait, now, is this big enough for all your doggies?
Well, they're very small. Usually only the two girls hang out in there together. Emmett has to be in the front watching the world and protecting us from the universe. And so he's very busy at work all day long.
So my next crush is an artsy, mixed foliage, round, seeded eucalyptus leaf wreath for your front door.
Oh my goodness, you're having real tongue twisters today.
And,
I'm very impressed.
Right. I hope you're proud of me because I'm doing a little better than... I'm going to have to take a drink of water with the next one. But this is a pretty wreath. I like it. It's all green, so I think you could use it through multiple seasons. But I think it's nice to have a wreath on your front door. I finally caved and put a little screw on the shelf on my door so that I can hang wreaths because, I didn't want anything on my pretty wood door. But I have a craftsman-style house, so I have a craftsman-style front door, which means it has a little window at the top and, one of those shelves. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I put the screw on top of the shelf. It's up so high you can't see it, and then I just hang the wire around that hook.
Perfect. Good solution. Best of both worlds there. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So you can't see it when the wreath isn't there.
Okay, so talking about green, as you mentioned, Super Thrive. It is a plant vitamin solution that, again, you're going to want to have in this great toolbox that we're helping you put together. Super Thrive, first of all, the label is really interesting. There's this little old guy on there, and he developed Super Thrive. I mean, I don't know who told him to put his face on it, but okay. Don't let the label deter you. This stuff really works. I mean, the man on the label looks like he needs a little Super Thrive.
Kelly.
When you put, he's a little wrinkly, but
so
when you
much
put
for
it
getting
in,
him as a sponsor.
But when you put it in your water, when you water your houseplants, they come alive and perk up right before your very eyes. It's amazing. Even when they're healthy, they look better. But if they're a little droopy or you haven't really watered them in a while, just like an infinitesimal amount in your watering can or whatever, your cup of water that you're going to pour into your houseplants, and it makes a tremendous difference. So again, we'll have that linked in the show notes. Super Thrive plant vitamin solution.
And I've used that before, and I thought it did very well with the plants. So
it is all natural. It's all like sea kelp. I can't remember all that stuff that's in it, but yeah, it's all good stuff.
Because I really don't like all that chemically stuff.
But don't drink it because maybe the guy on the label is drinking it, and that's the problem.
I think that might be a problem. So my next crush is Pimpernel Cork placemats. And Pimpernel is a British company, and they make cork placemats. but they don't look cork on the top. They'll have a beautiful pattern on the top, and they just come in a lot of different patterns. And my favorite one is the Strawberry Thief pattern, and this is a 16 by 12. But the nice thing about these placemats is that you just wipe them down. You're not going to have to throw them in the washing machine, but like the cloth placemats, you just wipe them off. So if you've got kids, you don't have to worry about that spaghetti sauce, staining them. It just cleans right up. And so I always love my Pimpernel cork placemats. I've had them for years, and it's always fun to find a new pattern.
Hey, we'll be right back with the rest of the show, but keep listening so we can continue bringing you DTT. Go ahead, clean out your closet, then head straight to Quince. I love every item Quince offers, from wardrobe to decor, and I can really recommend their Ultra Stretch Super Wide Leg Pant at $49.90. The price is unbeatable, and the look is so flattering. It keeps you in on top and flares out of the bottom. Everything feels right with Quince. The price, the quality, and the sustainability. Quince offers a range of luxury wardrobe and home goods at prices within reach. And like Quince's clothing, their home goods are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, along with premium fabrics and finishes. Once you've cleaned out your closet and refreshed with Quince, you can also add something to your home decor. So give your wardrobe and your home the refresh it needs with Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT. And let me know how you love those pants. BritBox just keeps getting better. The new Archie is amazing. And it's not the comics. It's about Cary Grant. Archie is the brand new limited series starring Jason Isaacs as Archie Leach, the man who became Cary Grant. From the award-winning screenwriter of Philomena, Archie tells Grant's born in Britain, made in Hollywood story, the dramatic grit to glamour transformation that led him to become one of the most famous people in the world. You are going to absolutely love the acting, but also the styling, the outfits, the scenery. It's the first time his story has been told in collaboration with his daughter Jennifer Grant and ex-wife Diane Cannon. The performances from Jason Isaacs and the rest of the cast are amazing, and it's only available on BritBox. So sign up for BritBox today to stream Archie and other fan favorites from any device. And we have a special limited time offer for our U.S. and Canadian listeners. Get 50% off, yes, that's 50% off your first month when you sign up for a monthly plan. But only if you go to BritBox.com and use our promotion code DTT at checkout. You're going to love Archie. So head over right now and get 50% off your first month of BritBox. Use the promotion code DTT at BritBox.com. Back to the crushes. Well, we should all treat ourselves to some nice sandals for the summer. It's not decor related, but just think how fabulous you'll look and how comfortable you'll be using the new Jack Rogers Comfort Collection. Now, I love my Jack Rogers. They're classics. And the only thing that I don't always love about them is if you wear them for a long period of time, the flat bottom, which is hard, kind of wood and probably some sort of plastic bottom, can be like a little wearing on your feet. Now they have this new Comfort Collection, which includes really squishy bottoms, kind of more like Birkenstocky, but still with the
maybe
Jack
like a
look.
gel insert or something.
Yeah, it looks really good, whatever it is. They also have slippers now that are so darling.
I don't have those yet.
My crush has always been Jack Rogers, but now check out the Comfort Collection.
Ooh, okay, I'm going to check those out because we got some.
I knew you would.
I just got some pink leopard Jack Rogers for Christmas. So I got to check those out. Okay, my favorite electric tea kettle is the Russell Hobbs in their heavenly blue. So I have another one that's nice that kind of keeps your tea water at just the right temperature. So this one, you can't tell it what temperature you want it at, but it will tell you what temperature it's at. So if you need it for green tea, you can pull it off of the heat right when it gets to 175 degrees Fahrenheit. So you just have to keep an eye on it if you're doing green tea. But if you're doing black tea, you're going to go ahead and let it boil anyway. It's just so pretty. It's got the drip-free pouring, and it's a 1.7 liter capacity, so it does hold a nice amount of water. But it's really pretty, and then I have the blue toaster to go with it, so it really looks nice. And I've been looking for a blue mixer. I found one. I think I used as one of my crushes, but it ended up looking a little too aqua, so I'm kind of on so I returned that one, but I'm looking for one that's a little more of a powder blue to go with these. So I wish they made a mixer.
Well, yeah. Send them a little email.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be right on it.
They'll be right on that. Okay, we love a tray. We love it for vignettes. We love it for practicality. Just wonderful to have a nice collection. You could have one, but maybe 3, 5 in your house would be great in various places and for various purposes. This one is lovely. It's a faux black crocodile with brushed gold handles.
Oh, sounds gorgeous.
Really sharp looking. Yeah, it's obviously faux crocodile. It wouldn't be crushing on real crocodile. So I'm sure it's sort of a vinyl, which you could just wipe off. Really lovely. And it is just under $40. So nice price. And this is one you could probably use for vignettes as well as maybe drinks.
So yeah, that sounds really pretty.
What is our hot topic?
Our hot topic is an article from HGTV called 22 Inspiring Shipping Container Home Designs. And I love how people are so creative and they're using these shipping containers to make houses. And I actually had a friend a couple of years ago that used shipping containers to make her house. And I don't know how many she used, but several. And when you look at this article, it's so fun. I mean, these houses do not, when I think shipping containers, I think, well, they were on a budget. But when you see these houses, they look pretty amazing, don't you think?
I want to do it. Yeah. So where is your friend's house?
Well, it's outside Houston somewhere. I can't remember where it is, but it was kind of, I think, west of Houston out in the country. So here's the thing. I mean, if you're in a neighborhood, your HOA is probably not going to allow you to make a house out of shipping containers. But if you've got some rural property, you're going to be able to do this. And, that's the fun thing about our farm at Round Top is that people do fun things like make houses out of shipping containers, or maybe they use an Airstream as their guest house or something. So I just love the creativity of using this unique material. And guess what? You can buy them new. So they've not been used. So there's nothing that's been in them. You don't have to worry about that. And it's just really cool how they piece them together.
So when your friend did it, did she do it because she's very eco-minded? Did she do it for budgetary reasons? Or did she just want to, try something different?
I can't really tell you why she did it. She's just one of those people that once she gets something in her head, she's going to do it. And I don't remember hearing the why. I just remember her saying she was going to do it. And she did it.
That's so cool. Yeah, everybody should really take a look at all these homes. They were really different. As Anita said, it didn't look like just this oblong shape, like a trailer on sand or something. They were pretty amazing.
Right. And then you could use, so when they were stacked up, I think some of them maybe had a deck on top of some of the containers, and some of them had like all four in a square. It's pretty amazing. I think it's a great idea. And I'm guessing it saves a lot of money.
I would think so. And anybody who's lived through full construction, Anita has, I have, wow, this must go a lot faster.
Well, and I'm thinking, we live in an area that gets hit by hurricanes. I'm thinking, this thing seems like it would stand up to some hurricane power.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, metal all around. So, yeah.
Wow. Okay, really interesting article. Yeah, so just to kind of open up your mind to all the possibilities. Okay, so from crushes to current crushes.
Yes.
You want to kick it off?
Okay. So Kevin's been talking about oolong tea, and I thought, I really don't even know what that is, which I can't believe, because I love tea, but I thought I've got to find out what is this oolong tea. It is, black tea is fermented tea, whereas the green tea is non-fermented. So oolong is semi-fermented tea, so it's kind of halfway in between, and
This is such good info because I'm a tea lover and I didn't know
and it's
either.
known for its weight loss properties. I can't vouch for that, but so that's what they say.
Wow.
That's what it says online. Who knows? But that's what
I wonder
it's kind of known
why.
for. So I thought I want to try some good oolong, and I found this brand called Vadam. It's an Indian brand. And there we have several different kinds, and I kind of got an assortment pack, and some from Darjeeling and some High Mountain. But I'll have the link, obviously, because this is one of our crushes, to what I bought. But this particular brand, and I did try some oolong that was a little kind of an off brand. I'm going to say it that way. And
you're such a lady.
The Vadam, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, was far superior to this off brand I got at this farmer's market. The farmer's market one was it kind of had a back taste to it. I really don't. I don't like any bitterness with my tea. I'm very fussy about my tea and my espresso. It's got to be smooth. But this was very smooth all around. It was delicious.
Great. Okay. Well, I learned something, and I'm going to try something. Okay. Here's the crush I was telling you about that is so super special. All right. Because I can't help myself, I have to tell you the backstory.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Here. Let's hear it.
So I'm on Instagram the other day, and I see I got a message, and I see it's a message from a person I didn't know yet, Christina Sellers. So I pop over to Christina's account because if you could send me a message, I'm going to come check you out and see who you are so we can get to know each other. Christina's telling me how much she loves the podcast, and particularly she loves the crushes. And it was just such a nice thing for her just to let me know that she really enjoyed the show. And so I look at her account, and she is this magnificent artist, or her medium is oils. And I'm looking at her paintings, and I'm just like, oh, I love this. I'm so engaged in what you're doing, your brushstrokes, your vibe, the whole thing. So I pop over to her website. I'm looking. And so then I messaged her back. I said, Christina, I love everything you're doing. I have to share this with the listeners of Decorating Tips and Tricks. Would you mind if I use you as my crush next time and let everyone know about you? Well, she was so excited and then so kind and so generous to offer our listeners 20% off with the code CRUSH at her website. So you can buy yourself a piece of original art created by Christina Sellers for 20% off. And guess what? I did. So you're too late to get my painting, which I absolutely love.
Did you get an original?
Mine is,
Stop it!
They're originals. They're
goodness.
all originals.
It's not as you planned.
Ivory.
Wow.
No. Ivory Blossoms is now mine, and it's hanging in what they say, a place of pride, right? Some of your most special spots. So again, if you know my home or watch my channel or read my blog, you know that spot over my kitchen sink, I love to have a really special piece of art there. And that's where Ivory Blossoms is currently hanging. And I am seeing it in the morning light and the afternoon light and the evening light. It is so beautiful. Christina, I told you this personally through our messaging, but I am so moved by your painting. I really am. And so I hope everybody rushes over and check it out because these, one and done. When it's gone, it's gone. And again, Ivory Blossoms, you can see it, but it's gone. In fact, Anita, I went ahead and put that as our header photo.
Oh, good.
For this episode, so everybody can see it. But you go to Christina's Gallery. So it's Christina with a K. But the link will be in the show notes. So Christina Sellers is the artist, and it's Christina's Gallery. And then you receive 20% off your order by using the code CRUSH at checkout. Thank you, Christina.
Well,
I'm so enjoying the art.
I'm so excited. I want to check out Christina's site because I might need one of these paintings myself.
It was just really so nice to chat with her. And I loved that she reached out and just, this is how things happen. This is how, people connect, and particularly women, I think, connect in such a nice way on Instagram. I really love being over there. So if you are on Instagram, definitely follow us. I'm My Soulful Home on Instagram, and Anita is Cedar Hill Farmhouse.
So what's Christina's website again?
Christina Sellers, but is her name, but it's christinasgallery.com.
Okay. Oh, I found her, so I can't wait to check it out.
Oh, yeah, you're going to love it. Really going to love it. pesto pork chops over Parmesan polenta. Not that easy to say, but oh, so easy to make with Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, and we have such a great deal for you. You're going to save $250. Listen on for the details on that. Green Chef makes eating well easy for any lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. You know, we're getting into the busy holiday season, so it's a perfect time to have Green Chef help you out. Let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season with their chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes featuring fresh ingredients and nothing artificial. And you know what? You don't have to lose track of your healthy eating habits during the holidays. Every Green Chef customer gets a free session with their registered dietitians who will walk you through how to make clean eating work for you. So sign up for your free session and start on the road towards better health today. And that deal I want to tell you about, visit greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So that's greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. Green Chef is a delicious delight any time of year, but especially during the holidays. What a wonderful vision to behold as the Green Chef boxes on your doorstep. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And it makes eating well so easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat a more balanced diet. So let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season. And if you've got guests coming, shop Green Bundles. They're now available at the Green Market. It's your one-stop shop for nutritious grab-and-go breakfasts, including vegan options, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, ready-to-eat snacks, veggie sides, and more. You can feel your best this December and do your best with Green Chef because they offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Go to greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT and get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. And I wanted to let everybody know, Anita and I do design consults, and it's one of our most favorite things to do besides recording and publishing our podcast. We love talking with you individually, helping you out with any of your design issues, questions, dilemmas, problems, plans. We've covered it all with so many of you over the last 4 years, and we don't probably talk about it enough. So definitely, if you're interested in a consult, if you have a question that's just really, troubling you and you just can't get it right, sometimes it's just great to have another set of eyes, and this way you get 2 sets of eyes. So we will have a link to where you can reach us to sign up for a consult in the show notes as well, but you can always just email us. What is it, Anita? Decorating tips and tricks?
Decorating tips and tricks at gmail.com.
There you go. And I'm also offering garden consults. I've already done a couple of those, which have been really fun. So if you want to talk about plants in particular, or what's good in your zone, or your whole garden design, or just maybe how to revamp your whole backyard, or maybe reduce your lawn, or anything that you're interested in, I'm happy to chat with you about. And you can reach out to me at kelly@mysoulfulhome.com. So today, we were just so tickled to get this wonderful review on iTunes that we wanted to share it with everyone and let Rich in Love 1121, and I'm so glad that you are Rich in Love. We just wanted to thank you so much for taking the time. And again, on Apple, people don't really use their names normally. So if whoever Rich in Love 1121 is, we are loving that you took the time to leave us such a fabulous 5-star review and wanted to share it with everybody. So here we go. Just came across this podcast and I am hooked. There is so much great information packed into each episode with links to everything! In capitals. These ladies make it easy to beautify your home and life. They are enjoyable to listen to and keep the pace of the show moving and giving you great info and finds that are available when you click on the links. She's very excited about the links.
Well, they're important.
They are. Listen to the end when they give you some of their favorite crushes and answer a listener question. You are guaranteed to learn something. The best part is they don't talk down to you or over your head. Never would do that.
Nope.
So thank you so much for everyone that has left reviews. We read every single one of them. We take them all to heart, and we are so appreciative. So if you haven't had a chance to leave a review for us on iTunes yet, it really does help the show and helps our show get promoted by iTunes so more people can find us. And, the more the merrier. So we would really appreciate it if you took a few minutes like Rich and Love did to leave us a review over there. And we'll have a link in the show notes and make it super easy for you to do that. Anything else, my dear?
I think that's it. Thanks for hanging out with us.
It was great. So remember, we are here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time. Want to talk to us? Well, we really want to talk to you. So let's schedule a design consult. Anita and I are here to give you individualized, actionable advice on how to create the beautiful home you want and deserve. It's so easy to schedule a design consult with us. Simply click the link in the show notes or head to decoratingtipsandtricks.com/consult. When we talk to you on the scheduled time, we will be ready with so many great tips, advice, and yes, tricks. So sign up today for a design consult with Anita and I. We can't wait to talk to you.